Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video we are talking all about my favorite home decor style, cottage farmhouse. If you love all things cozy and inviting and warm and welcoming, then this might just be the perfect home style for you as well. And we're going to talk about all of the different ways that you can achieve that perfect welcoming environment in your home. Let's go ahead and get started. So first, let's talk about what is cottage farmhouse. For me, when I think of cottage farmhouse, I think of a Nancy Meyers film. I think of a cozy, warm, inviting space that offers big plush pillows and cozy blankets, something that's going to offer me timeless beauty with gorgeous wood pieces and artwork and natural elements, tons of charm, while also bringing in the rustic simplicity of farmhouse decor. It's all about comfort, simplicity, and incorporating natural materials. So picture weathered wood, soft linens, and a mix of antique and modern elements. I think sometimes we hear a lot of chatter about farmhouse being out, and I have to be honest with you, I say that's a bunch of hooey in my opinion. I definitely think that there are ways to bring in elements of farmhouse into your home that is just such a cozy and inviting element, and it doesn't have to be large signs that say farmhouse, even though I love those too. It doesn't have to be cows and sheep and troughs and those types of things, although I love all of those too, but you can bring in touches of farmhouse that don't feel so farmhouse, if you know what I mean. My favorite things about blending a cottage and farmhouse decor style is the warm and cozy feeling of soft pillows, stripes, florals, soft colors, mixing those in with old pieces, rustic pieces that you get with farmhouse. Together, I feel like they just create such a cozy vibe. So now let's talk about the different elements that come along with a cottage farmhouse decor style. First, we're gonna talk about a neutral color palette. This is super important if you're trying to get that very classic, warm and inviting cottage farmhouse vibe in your home. When we were building our house, we knew we wanted to have a warm and clean slate. In our Vegas house, we had gray flooring, we had gray walls, and gray is definitely a neutral color, and it is a color you do see a lot in cottage farmhouse homes. For this house, we went with the color pale oak on the walls. It is technically in the white family. It's from Benjamin Moore, and it is just a beautiful creamy white. In my mind, it's just a little off-white. And when you're thinking of a neutral palette, you want to just think warm and inviting neutral colors. Think creamy whites and soft grays and light blues and really pretty sage greens. The goal is to have colors that create a calming environment and also create a neutral palette for you to layer in different colors and textures that aren't going to battle with one another. The second element is natural pieces. So natural materials. You could bring in wicker and wood and stone and linen, natural elements that come from the earth, again, in that neutral color palette that are both going to warm up a space and also bring the outside in, bring that nature in and create a very relaxed feeling. The next element that you can bring into your cottage farmhouse is my absolute favorite, and that is antiques. This is probably the #1 way to bring in charm to your home and to make it feel lived in and well-loved, make it feel like your home has a story. Cottage farmhouse style embraces the charm that comes with old and vintage pieces. I love to go antiquing for crocks, for chairs, for furniture, and for just little pieces of design elements that I can bring in all throughout my home to fill my shelves, fill the hutch in my kitchen with pieces that you don't see at everyday stores. You're looking for pieces that have distressed edges or distressed wood, things that look like they've been lived in, nothing that's too perfect. Things that have chips in them, distressed mirrors, or furniture that has been well loved over the years. A great place to do this is to look on Facebook Marketplace. You actually can put a tag where Facebook will alert you anytime any of these items become available, and it really does help to find those signature pieces. For me, my favorite ever Facebook Marketplace find is this sideboard that I have here in my living room. I absolutely love this piece, and I scored it for $25. Now, when I got it, it did not look as distressed as it does now. It was actually in perfect condition. You can tell the previous owner had taken very good care of it, oiled the wood regularly, and I did end up distressing it with linen milk paint, and I just love that look. It looks like it's been around a long time, and it's chippy and beautiful, and it just adds such a cozy charm to my living room. I also found this beautiful antique chair at a local antique shop down in Chepachet, Rhode Island, and this chair was made 100 years ago. The color is beautiful. There is no amount of distressing I could ever do to this chair to make it look this good. This is just natural charm, and you're only gonna get that by finding vintage and antique pieces to bring into your space. My second favorite design element when it comes to cottage farmhouse is layering all the soft and cozy pieces. This looks like beautiful knit blankets, big cushy pillows, beautiful rugs, just all of the soft textures that evoke this feeling of relaxation, like a big, cozy, welcoming bed that you just want to slither into and read a book. That is what you're looking for in your cottage farmhouse home. So for me, I bring that in my living room with beautiful pillows, big, beautiful pillows. I always try to have 1 or 2 or 3 throw blankets just readily available. You guys are gonna see this in every cottage farmhouse home that you look at. When you mix in different textures, it gives depth to your space. So imagine if I had this sofa and it had no pillows on it, it would just feel very one-dimensional. But adding in the pillows and the blankets, it adds in beautiful depth, and it also helps to create just that overall cozy and inviting feeling when you look at the space. I also like to do this in unexpected ways in places like the kitchen or the dining room by bringing in different textures in there, like fabric napkins. I love to put fabric napkins either tucked into a vase or hang it on the peg rail or put it inside of a hanging basket. It just looks really, really pretty. And to me, it just, again, it's like a throw blanket. It just screams so cozy and inviting. And another very staple element to the cottage farmhouse vibe is functional decor. So this is something you're gonna see in any type of farmhouse style. This looks like open shelving with neatly tucked cups or plates. It might look like wire baskets that are designed to hold, your fruit, but they also look really beautiful. It might look like mason jars full of everyday baking items like flour or sugar, but they're neatly lined up on your countertop. There's so many practical ways to bring in home decor as well, especially in this style, and it gives such a lived-in feel that, again, just nods to cozy and inviting, and I love it. For me and my space, this looks like jars. I always like to have some kind of like glass jar in my kitchen or here in my dining room. Right now, currently, I have one in my kitchen hutch that has oatmeal in it with a really pretty teacup. It's just really warm and inviting. You might line these up on your kitchen counter. You could put a really beautiful jar in your coffee bar with some coffee beans inside. That would look absolutely stunning, but functional decor that, again, it just makes it feel lived in and very inviting. So now that we have the basics kind of lined up for the cottage farmhouse decor style, let's talk about some design elements and ways that you can decorate your space to really amp that feeling up. So number one tip for me is to incorporate as much greenery as possible. This is my number one way to bring in depth to a space, make it feel alive, and also bring in some color contrast. So for me, I bring in real plants. Right now, I've got a beautiful philodendron here in my living room that I'm looking at that I've had for years. I also have a gorgeous monstera, which is looking so very beautiful and healthy, and I've had that now for almost 10 years. It also looks like bringing in gorgeous faux plants. There's places in my home where I don't want to have to worry about making sure it gets enough light. So I've got some faux plants in places like my laundry room and my bathroom. And I also love a good stem. Right now, my home is full of the gorgeous chartreuse green of Snowball Viburnum because I wanted to bring that cozy color. It's January. There's not a lot of color right now when I look outside. It's just bleak. I know it's not going to be like this for long, but I wanted a way to bring in some cozy vibes, and the best way for me to do that is with greenery. And so faux plants, real plants, beautiful stems, whatever you need to do, they bring in such a feeling of life and warmth to a space. The next thing to think about is your lighting. So in a cottage farmhouse, you're going to find a lot of table lamps, ways to have a lower lighting. For me here in my modern farmhouse, because this is a newer build, this home was built in 2021 into 2022. What we did was we made sure we put dimmers on everything. So all of the can lights and recessed lighting that we have, we made sure we put dimmers on them so we could lower the lighting and it would feel that warm and cozy. In my kitchen, this looks like under cabinet lighting, again, that we can dim. Having the beautiful pennant lights above my island, those are also dimmable, just really, really cozy. The chandelier above my dining room table is also dimmable. I feel like most lamps that are made nowadays are also dimmable, and you're just looking for cozy lighting. So that might look like a nice little wicker lamp. It might look like a beautiful, ornate antique chandelier that you find. It could look like fairy lights that you have right now in my office. I refuse to get rid of the little Christmas tree I had in there because they twinkle so nicely and it's so beautiful. So it has no ornaments, lives in a crock, and it's gonna live in there forever because it's such a cozy vibe. And remember, when you're styling in your cottage farmhouse, you wanna find ways to mix new with old. So for example, this sofa is new. I did just get this in 2024. However, I try to find ways to make it feel like it blends into my cottage farmhouse by having old elements all around it. So for example, on my sofa table, I've got this antique metal pail here. I also have this antique bowl right here underneath, which you can't see. I've got beautiful wicker baskets, things that make it feel as though it belongs in the space, even though it's brand new. So finding ways to mix old and new. If you could, pair a old rustic vintage farmhouse cottage table with your brand new sofa, that's a great way to do it as well. Just lots of different ways to mix old with new to make it feel lived in and inviting. And for me, the piece that I feel makes cottage farmhouse just cottage farmhouse is fill it up. Fill it up with beautiful pieces that you love. It doesn't have to be cluttered, but what I mean is when you've got a small little space that you can tuck in a bunch of different little things, it's so fun to just layer your home decor so that it looks really full. It tells a story. And for me, that looks like, filling up my shelves or my hutch, layering my decor pieces. It just looks so inviting when you have pieces that look like they've been there forever versus one little piece here or there. To me, it just gives such a more warm and inviting feeling when you've got just tons of sweet little decor just tucked into places. Again, doesn't have to be cluttered, but there are ways to layer your decor in a maximalist way. Even if you're a minimalist, you can find different areas in your home, but you can layer those things. I think about just my sofa, here I could have just had one pillow just kind of tucked over here in the corner, but instead we've got a blanket with the pillow and two other pillows. We've got a big one, a smaller one, and then a little lumbar pillow, and then the cottage pillow. Just ways to layer in that decor makes it feel so cozy. My final tip for creating that cottage farmhouse vibe in your home, like what I have here, is take your time. It does not happen overnight. When you are out shopping for spaces, look for things that evoke emotion in you. Do you look at that piece and think, I bet you somebody handmade this beautiful picture? Or I'm sure that this beautiful pasta bowl here, somebody served delicious meals to their family and I would love to have that on display. Look for pieces that evoke feeling in you, make you feel like this is such a cozy and beautiful thing or beautiful item, and gather those pieces slowly. Even if you don't have a home for it right then, you don't know exactly where it's gonna go, but you know you would like to have a space for it, grab it and you can start a bin somewhere where you can have those items. A perfect example of this for me is my Santa collection, my Santa mug collection. When I first started collecting Santa mugs, I felt like they looked weird, just one off here or there. And so I put them away until I had enough to be able to create a good solid amount of decor in one space to make it look really warm and inviting. Another place that I think about this is in my family room. I have a peg rail and a shelf that Danny and I built, and I wanted to create some kind of cozy cottage feeling on that peg rail. I've tried many different things. You guys know this if you've been here for a while, but I had this vision of empty picture frames or window panes that I could use. And so I started collecting the pieces. When I would see one, I would grab it. I didn't use it right away. In fact, I had the big one in the middle, the white window pane, for probably 4 months before I found another piece that I liked. And that's okay. Just find the pieces you like, put them to the side until you're ready. And it doesn't have to happen overnight. It's a collection, right? As we say here in my house, it's not an obsession, it's a collection. And that just means that sometimes you're going to have to find your pieces here and there, tuck them away until you're ready to use them, and you'll put your curated home together in no time. And my friends, that's everything you need to know about the cottage farmhouse style, the style that I like to use here in my home. And hopefully you found some inspiration for your home in this video, whether you already have a cottage farmhouse and you're just looking for more ways to style your decor, or if you're just getting started. Hopefully you can find some inspiration in this video. Definitely go onto Pinterest, start your own board. If you don't follow me on Pinterest, I'll have that linked for you down in the description box, and you can come follow me there. I get so much inspiration from Pinterest. It's actually the very first place I go when I'm looking to style a space. I am creating boards for my basement right now, and so I'm trying to figure out what vibe I want down there, which of course is gonna be cottage farmhouse. That's what I love. And so I'm just trying to figure out like what kind of traditional elements I would like to bring down there. So make sure you're starting your own boards, make sure you follow me over there, and just remember that if this is the vibe you want for your home, if you come to my channel and you watch my videos and you're like, how do I get that feeling in my house? You're always looking for warm elements that are going to make your space feel inviting and lived in, and honestly, uniquely you. That's the key there, right? So thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. If you enjoyed it, I would love for you to give me a big thumbs up. Consider subscribing if you aren't already. It's completely free to you. And if you hit the bell, you'll be notified every time I post a new video. I post 3 new videos every single week, sometimes 4, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Take care, my friends.